Today we're going to be doing, since it's a very hot Texas afternoon, we're going to start with a cooling mint cucumber gazpacho. Gazpacho is a cold soup which is usually chilled and tomato based, but we're going to switch it up and make it a little more innovative by using a cucumber base. The first thing we're going to do here is to blend the small things to make sure that they get as much blending as the rest of the things. So we're going to start a 1/4 cup of fresh stemmed mint, which is almost like aromatherapy in your mouth, about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, 1 small shallot, pulse it a couple times just to get it going. Then we're going to add in our jalapeno. Let that go for a second to get that chopped up good. And then we're going to start putting in our cucumbers. We're going to break them into smaller pieces so they cut up a little easier. And cucumbers are very healthy, high in potassium. So while this is blending, I like to season it. You always want to season throughout your cooking, so a little bit of salt and a little bit of fresh ground pepper. And then last, we're going to add our fresh squeezed lime juice. We're going to break up a little bit by pushing the lime. Give it a little cut. It's going to be about 2 tablespoons of 1 lime. So we're going to squeeze 1. And 2. And the citrus flavor here is also very refreshing, goes well with the mint, and really adds like a nice margarita on a hot afternoon. Just keep pulsing it until you don't see any more chunks flying around the outside. So once that comes together into a pretty much mushy, pulpy form, we're going to use a strainer to take out the solids and get all that great flavor and juice out of there. It's going to form our gazpacho. So to do that, I'm going to take our container and put our chinois in it, take off our food processor. We're just going to pour the whole thing into here. And you can just work that back and forth with a spatula or a spoon, and it's going to just force more of the liquid, the flavors of the mint and the cucumber and the lime juice to come together there in the bottom. And if you see a little bit of solid matter going through, that's fine because it's already going through the strainer, so that's going to be just fine in the soup. So you want to get as much liquid out of this as possible. And now we're slowly going to whisk in our champagne wine vinegar and then our extra virgin olive oil. So we'll start with a little whisk. You could use white wine vinegar in place of champagne vinegar if you're having a budget-friendly day. And then slowly whisk in extra virgin olive oil, about 4 tablespoons. Add a little salt and pepper for seasoning, about 1 teaspoon of each. Now that we're all emulsified together, we're going to take this and put it into the fridge for about an hour. So I'm going to go put this in the fridge. Okay, so our cooling mint cucumber gazpacho has chilled out in our fridge for about an hour and come together. You can see it's a little bit thicker. We're going to take our little cucumber shot glass that we took from one of the ends of the cucumbers by slicing a little base on it and then hollowing it out with a melon baller. L'chaim.